In his book, Symphony of the Zodiac, Torquem Saradarian writes that it is wonderful to think that each of us is a ray of the sun, of the central spiritual sun, who gave birth to all creation. Each of us is a ray from that sun projected into matter. Here we see that ray from the sun, depicted within the human being as the arrow of striving. The essence of esoteric astrology is to help guide those who sense that ray of the sun within themselves and have that arrow of striving and want to return to the source. Esoteric astrology helps guide those back to their essence. Here we see that arrow of striving returning to its source through the phase of 3 signs: Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. These are the 3 signs that prepare us to become servers of the planet. And here in this graph, this top area is infinity in spirit, towards which we're striving. And the horizontal line is finite. It's matter, form identification. Now in Scorpio, that movement is downward into the depths. Hercules shot that arrow of striving into the cave of the Hydra, the 9-headed Hydra, to bring that Hydra out so that he could face all his fears and his anger and all the aspects of his subconscious mind that were preventing him from moving forward along the path to his source. This is a process of reorientation, and it takes place on the probationary path and is called the experience of the disciple in the depths or the valleys. The tests and trials in Scorpio lead toward another reorientation in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the path of discipleship, or one who strives. It's called the experience upon the plains of the earth. It is a straight and narrow path. You learn how to direct that arrow of striving with your intellect, with focused consciousness, and direct that arrow towards goals that lead to the mountain in Capricorn. That experience of reaching higher and higher goals in Sagittarius eventually leads to the mountaintop. And here we have the base of the mountain, which is the beginning of Capricorn, which takes place at the winter solstice. This is a very deep and intense time where we gather our energies and our forces to prepare ourselves to climb that mountain in Capricorn. That mountaintop leads towards the higher mind and towards greater and greater contact with our intuition. The Tibetan indicates that those flashes of intuition, which one is becoming familiar with, change into the blazing and constant light of the soul. Capricorn represents the path of initiation, and it's called the experience of the mountaintop. This is where all your striving eventually leads you to the point where you fuse with your true self. That fusion takes place at the top of the mountain, where you have clarity and far vision. You are on your way towards infinity. So we are at this point right now, and it takes on added significance right before the winter solstice. That's because right before the winter solstice, the full moon of Sagittarius takes place. The sun is at the last degree of Sagittarius, 2920. This particular full moon is very powerful because the sun and moon are aligned with the lunar nodes, which causes the shadow of the earth to cover the light of the moon, a total lunar eclipse. And the moon is aligned with the south node, which has to do with lessons that have already been learned and is related to the past. And the moon in esoteric astrology relates to the past and to limitations. So what that means to the individual or group as a collective who is consciously aware that they are part of and have the ray of the sun within them. They are a spark of the sun, and that reflects in their arrow of striving, is that the past and the limitations can be blocked out. Makes this time even more powerful, that the ray of the sun can shine even greater. It's a powerful impetus for those that are striving to make a breakthrough. Because with the sun is the north node, which is the head of the dragon, moving forward into the future. And also nearby is Mercury, that gives you the ability to communicate ideas. And being that it's retrograde gives you intuition to more quickly make those decisions that you need to make to move into the future. And Pluto is there too, the powerful sword of truth, the energy of the first ray, the energy that's powerful, that can break down barriers that prevent you from moving forward so that you can lead yourself into the future, into your true purpose. So what that means is you can shoot that arrow of your striving with clear, steady mind and true purpose through the gate of Capricorn. Because just 18 hours later, on December 21st at 6:39 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the exact time of the winter solstice when we enter into Capricorn. So you enter Capricorn with the confidence of a spiritual warrior who can now contemplate and make plans to how to make your ideals concrete, because Capricorn is an earth sign. This is aided by the fact that there is a strong tension created at this time by the square of the sun to Jupiter and Uranus in Pisces. A square brings tension, but in this case the spiritual tension is that within yourself you have the desire to expand and bring new ideas into the earth sphere. Also at this, the exact time of the winter solstice, and during this time period, Mars is in Capricorn. The planet Mars is exalted in the sign of Capricorn. And for those that are striving along the path of light and have a desire to serve humanity, this is an opportunity to break matter's control over you, to break your form identification. Let go of things that you have been identified with that have kept you trapped in matter, because Capricorn is an earth sign, the lowest. And free yourself to move into that climb up the mountaintop. In Symphony of the Zodiac, Torquem Saradarian states that Capricornian energy is a very potent energy, and throughout the ages, great sons of light, consciously cooperating with it, brought about great revolutionary changes on our planet. So at this time, we have a great opportunity to release our inner fire and give the gift of that fire within, give the gift of our soul, of our spark, of our true self.